James and Justin here, your favorite spiritual analysts on all things culturally relevant, and someone reached out to me this week and they're like, man, you guys gotta cover this Maha Kumbh Mela thing, which I don't know if it's a ceremony, a festival, religious holiday. I think it's tied to Hinduism, and apparently it's a pretty big deal. It only happens every 144 years, so I thought we'd watch a video on it, an explanation. So this is done by NDTV. We're going to take a quick look at this and react to it.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Maha Kumbh Mela, the world's largest religious gathering, began in Uttar Pradesh, Prayagraj on January 13th. Maha Kumbh is expected to bring more than 40 crore people to Prayagraj over a period of 6 weeks. The religious gathering holds immense importance for Hindu devotees who flock to the city for a holy dip at the Sangam. It is a time for pilgrims to cleanse themselves of sins, break the cycle of rebirth, and achieve spiritual liberation. So let's explain to you what exactly is Maha Kumbh. The origins of the Kumbh Mela are rooted in Hindu mythology, particularly the legend of Samudra Manthan, or the churning of the ocean. Now the Sanskrit word Kumbh means pitcher or pot. The story goes that when Devs and Asurs, basically gods and demons, churned the ocean, Dhanvantari emerged carrying a pitcher of Amrit. To make sure the Asurs don't get it, Indra's son Jayant ran off with the pot. The sun, his son Shani, Brihaspati, the planet Jupiter, and the moon went along to protect him and the pot. As Jayant ran, the Amrit spilled at 4 spots: Haridwar, Prayagraj, Ujjain, and Nashik Trimbakeshwar. He ran for 12 days, and as one day of Devs is equal to 1 year of humans, the Kumbh Mela is celebrated at these locations every 12 years, based on the relative positions of the sun, the moon, and Jupiter. Well, there is one more similar legend to this, which says that Lord Vishnu, disguised as Mohini, took the pot of Amrit to protect it from demons. A 12-day battle broke out, leading to drops of the nectar falling at 4 sites. Well, the Maha Kumbh Mela is the rarest and most sacred gathering of the Kumbh Mela. There are 4 different types of Kumbh: Purn Kumbh Mela, Ardh Kumbh Mela, Kumbh Mela, and Maha Kumbh Mela. The Purn Kumbh Mela is organized every 12 years. The Ardh Kumbh Mela takes place every 6 years in Haridwar and Prayagraj. The Kumbh Mela is organized every 3 years. And the Maha Kumbh Mela holds special significance as it marks the completion of 12 Kumbh Mela cycles, which means it is held once every 144 years in Prayagraj. Well, during the Kumbh Mela, a number of ceremonies take place, like the traditional procession of akhadas called Peshwai on elephant backs, horses, and chariots, the shining swords and rituals of Naga sadhus during Shahi Snan, and many other cultural activities also happen that attract millions of pilgrims to attend the Kumbh Mela. So, will you be attending the Maha Kumbh Mela this year? Let us know in the comments below, and for more such content, keep watching NDTV.
Now, before we get into it, before anyone says anything, I know for those of you out there who claim this as your history, I know you'll say it's our history, not our mythology, so we respect that for those of you out there. We were just kind of watching this to get some understanding of what's actually going on, but man, wow, does it look like quite the event, and I think it goes into February, so it's still going on. Still time.
Still time to get there.
If I win the lottery or someone from our audience wants to pay for us to go out there and see it, yeah, we might miss it, and that will be that. Unless I live to, like 170 years old or whatever.
It's not crazy to think with life extension technology.
Could happen.
It's interesting that comment that she made there about people take this as an opportunity to possibly go there and find spiritual awakening or liberation and liberation from the cycle of death and rebirth.
Yeah.
That I can imagine people really looking forward to this and going there with high hopes.
Yeah, do you take that as like ownership? If you like make it there, you get there and then go in, you're like, that's it, I did it. Is that it? Or is there more to it?
Wow. I don't think there's anybody, if they say that's it, that it's actually it.
Yeah.
But that's what caught my attention was that aspect of it, the hope that would go into planning a trip around there, and like, this is the main one, man. Like, not everybody even gonna get this opportunity, not by a long shot. Yeah. And so I'm going there and gonna take a dip in the waters and try to get liberated.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's a blast too, because you're probably gonna get like every different type of believer out there, and you're gonna get to learn, and it's it's kind of like a spiritual Burning Man kind of. It is kind of. They set up tents. They
see how many guys, like, there'd be like dudes with colorful robes who look like they're the leader of some sect of something, and then like the followers with them, like making their way through the crowd all majestically. And you get that would be so interesting to see, really. Wouldn't it, to go there and get a good look at it?
Yeah. I'm sure you'd probably need an interpreter, but
who knows? Maybe not.
But for me, the giant elephant in the room is like, what do you do if you're like one of these like introverted, claustrophobic people? Like, and that's like, part of your faith and your religion is going there. That'd be pretty brutal. That'd be very hard to be in a crowd that big. I don't even know if I could handle being in a crowd that big nowadays. Like, I have a hard time just going to the city, let alone going to a gathering of like, I think they're expecting like a lot of the craziest gathering ever established. Like, millions,
especially with the ability to get there more easily with the technology available now. They're probably like, who knows? They might be overwhelmed. Like, the last 144 years ago, we didn't even have like all the technology we have to get here, plus the means of spreading the word about this thing. It might be quite the thing.
A lot of organization, but I think it looks definitely fascinating. I'm sure there's so much more to like know about this. Like, they briefly went over kind of like some of the backstop, the ancient story that is why people go and they do all this. I don't know, guys. Let us know in the comments. We want to know about it. I'd like to know a little bit more.
Are you going?
Yeah.
People in the audience?
Yeah. Let us know if you're going. Send us some pictures.
Do a little vlog about it.
Yeah. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed our reaction on this one. If you did, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share us with a friend, and everyone till next time, stay spiritual.